The hall was bursting with music, laughter, and the shimmer of sequins. Adi stood near the drinks table, clutching her clutch like a lifeline. Her friend's wedding was in full swing. The bride danced like joy itself had clothed her in white. Cameras flashed. Aunties ululated. Men in agbadas laughed and clapped. But inside Adi's, a silence grew louder. Ada, my darling. Auntie Chinyo appeared out of nowhere, hugging her too tightly and sniffing her cheek like a detective searching for signs of man trouble. Still single. Don't worry, your time is coming. You know you're next, right? Adi smiled, that practiced, polite smile. Amen, Auntie. You need to buy another lace for mine. I already bought 3. Waiting since last year. Chinyo cackled, walking away to harass another cousin. Adis exhaled and turned back to the table. She took a chilled drink, the condensation matching the sweat beading on her back. Her dress fit perfectly, her makeup was flawless, and yet, she felt invisible. Like she'd worn patience so long, it had turned transparent. Later, at home, Adis removed her heels and sat on her bed. The apartment was quiet, filled only with the humming of her air conditioner and the gentle tap of her fingers against her Bible. She sighed, then knelt. Lord, I'm still here. I'm still waiting. I won't stop trusting you. But you know it's hard. Please, help me smile with sincerity again. Sunday lunch at her parents' house was tradition. But today, it felt like a firing squad. Chika just got engaged, Mama Ada announced between spoonfuls of ofensola. You remember her? The one that used to wet the bed? Yes, Mama. I remember, Adis replied, picking at her pounded yam. So what are you waiting for? You're more beautiful than her, you have a good job, your own house. Is it that you're too picky? Should I take you to one of those prophets? Papa Ada cleared his throat. NNE, let the girl eat. Let her eat and remain single. Adis, you are 34. Is it not enough? Do you want me to die without seeing my grandchildren? Ada dropped her fork. Mama, please. I'm not just sitting around. I pray. I try. I just haven't met the right person. Mama Ada scoffed, pouring more soup into her bowl. Well, hurry before your eggs expire. Later, Ada sat in her car, engine off, tears sliding down her face. She pressed her forehead to the steering wheel. It wasn't that she didn't want to get married. She did, with every cell in her body. But she didn't want to settle. Was that so wrong? Monday began as usual. Her office buzzed with emails, Zoom calls, and her assistant, Nene, poking her head in every 30 minutes. More, the donor report is ready. Also, the Nairobi team wants to schedule a strategy meeting. Thanks, Nene. Let's set it for Thursday morning. And please get me coffee. Strong. At 34, Adis had a corner office at a respected NGO. Her colleagues respected her. Her superiors admired her. She paid her bills, drove a decent car, and even supported a few cousins through school. But at night, when the heels came off and the makeup wiped clean, the silence echoed differently. On Friday evening, her best friend, Tommy, came over. Babe, you're glowing. That dress at the wedding. Hot. Tommy flopped onto the couch with suya and malt. You know it was tight, sure. I nearly passed out during praise and worship. They laughed. Ada poured her heart out. Again. Everyone's moving forward. Weddings, babies, proposals. Meanwhile, I'm still attending bridal showers like it's my job. You're whole, Ada. You're not waiting to be completed. You just want someone to share the beauty with. And that's okay. But don't let their timelines ruin yours. Ada smiled weakly. Sometimes, I wish I believed that all the time. Wednesday evening came with its own kind of peace, midweek workers meeting at church. Pastor Isa's voice was warm as always. We are launching a new outreach next month. Media, logistics, worship, we'll need hands. Adis, you help with media again. She nodded. Of course, Pastor. As the meeting ended, Pastor Is called her aside. Come, meet someone. He's new. Check, this is Adis. She's our media queen. Tall, with kind eyes and a shy smile, Chak extended his hand. Nice to meet you. I've heard of you. The Com Queen. Adis laughed. I see Pastor has been spoiling my rep. Not at all. Just setting expectations. They exchanged numbers to coordinate logistics. She didn't think much of it. At least, not until the texts began. It started with work updates. Check, can we meet Sunday after service to plan budget timelines? Then, slowly, more personal. Check, hope your day's going well. I read Isaiah 43 today and thought of you. Adis, that's one of my favorite chapters. Especially verse 2. Check, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, right? Feels like God's whisper in heavy seasons. She started looking forward to his messages. His voice calmed her, even through text. At church, he'd greet her with that quiet smile, and sometimes, sit near her during choir practice. One night, they talked for 2 hours about books, fear, and the pressure to be perfect. I came back to Lagos because I felt God say, start again. I didn't know what that meant. Maybe it's about people. Maybe about purpose, he said. Sometimes, I feel like I'm still in the waiting room of life, Adis confessed. Waiting rooms aren't wasted rooms, Chak replied. Saturday brought Tommy and vanilla ice cream. So who's this Chak? You're glowing like Moses coming down from Sinai. Adis giggled. He's different. Gentle. Thoughtful. He listens. And he really loves God. You sound like you've already seen wedding colors. Babe, how long have you known him? 3 weeks. But it feels longer. There's a peace when I talk to him. Like I don't have to perform. Tommy looked concerned. Peace is good. But peace can be misleading if it's moving too fast. Are you sure it's not just relief? Like finally, someone sees you, and you don't want to let go. Adis paused. I've waited so long, Tommy. Maybe this is God answering. Maybe. Just promise me you take it slow. Emotions are loud, but God whispers. Chak invited her to a Bible study with 2 of his friends. No pressure. It's just something we do once a month. We eat, pray, talk about life. It was warm, casual, sincere. His friends were respectful. They didn't pry. Afterward, he walked her to her car. I've enjoyed getting to know you. I'm not rushing, Adis. I just feel at peace when you're around. Her heart danced. Me too. He smiled. Let's keep walking with God. And maybe, we'll keep walking together too. That night, Adis lay in bed, rereading their text, smiling. Then her phone rang. Tommy, hey. Babe, I've been praying. I don't want to be a wet blanket. But everything's moving really fast. I know. But it doesn't feel rushed. It feels right. I get it. But you're emotionally tired. When you're tired, even thunder sounds like God's voice. Just stay prayerful. Stay discerning. Adi stared at the ceiling after they hung up. Was this it? Or was she chasing peace because she was too tired to keep waiting? Her heart whispered yes. Her mind whispered wait. So she did the only thing she knew. She prayed again. Lord, if this is you, confirm it. If it's not, protect my heart. I still trust you. One Friday after a midweek rehearsal, he walked her to her car. I don't want to rush anything, he said. But I've been praying about you. I feel peace when I'm with you. Adi's breath caught. Not fear, something more delicate. Hope. Peace is a good sign, she said softly. He held her gaze. So, would it be okay if I spoke with your parents? She blinked. You mean an introduction? He nodded. Yes. I'm serious about you, Ada. It was a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Anambra. Adi's parents, though skeptical at first, warmed up quickly to Chike and the three people he brought, a soft-spoken man he called his father, a graceful older woman as his mother, and an uncle who told jokes that had her father in stitches. After the formalities, Chike's father stood and cleared his throat. Our son has chosen a good woman. Your daughter is a treasure. We promise to do things the right way, and in peace. Adi's mother wept openly. Her father nodded with solemn pride. When they left, her mother turned to her, wiping her tears. My daughter, finally. Even Adi's measured, cautious Adi's allowed herself to believe that maybe, just maybe, this was the beginning of her answered prayer. Wedding planning began almost immediately. Adi's wanted a small, elegant ceremony. She booked a modest hall, spoke with a Christian decorator, contacted a gospel DJ. She paid for almost everything herself. Chike assured her that once he secured a contract he was working on, he would reimburse her. She believed him. A few weeks later, he called from Abuja. I've got great news, Ada. I'm so close to landing the deal. They love my proposal. Just one last payment for logistics, and I'm in. She smiled. That's wonderful. He hesitated. There's just one thing. I need your help. Her smile faded a little. Help. I need 8 million naira to finalize it. I've poured everything I have into this. Once I get paid, I'll refund you immediately. I swear it, Ada. 8 million. She stared at the figure in her notebook. Chike, that's a lot of money. You know I've spent so much on the wedding arrangements already. I know, he said softly. And I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. But I'm not just doing this for me. It's for us. Our future. Besides, I'll pay back everything you spend on the wedding, okay? She paused. Was this God testing her trust? Okay, she whispered. I'll transfer it. The first few days after the transfer were filled with gratitude. You saved me, Chike messaged. I won't forget this. You're my answered prayer. But after a week, the messages slowed. After 2 weeks, he stopped replying. His phone rang endlessly. She messaged. Are you okay? Please respond. I'm worried. Nothing. She called the number for his mother. Disconnected. Same with his father. And uncle. Panic began to build. She took a day off work, flew to Abuja, and went to the house where they'd once had Bible study with some of his friends. She knocked. Waited. Knocked again. A man opened the door. He was elderly, in house slippers. Good afternoon, sir. I'm looking for someone. Chike, he used to live here. The man looked confused. Then shook his head. Oh. You mean the tall guy with beard and smile? Her heart leapt. Yes. That's him. The man nodded slowly. This place is an Airbnb. I'm the landlord. He stayed here for about a week, like others. Paid cash. Left. That was over a month ago. The silence on the drive back to Lagos was more deafening than traffic ever could be. Adi sat stiffly in the back seat of the taxi, staring blankly out the window as Abuja's skyline faded behind her. She hadn't cried since the landlord spoke those words, but her eyes burned as if her soul was weeping in a place tears could not reach. She replayed every moment in her mind, the promises, the prayers, the gentle way he touched her hand, the voice messages that once melted her heart. Could it all have been fake? Her phone vibrated. It was Tommy. She hesitated, then answered. Hey? Ada, where have you been? You weren't at work. I've been worried. Adis took a shaky breath. He's gone, Tommy. It's Chike, he's gone. There was silence. Then, Tommy whispered, What do you mean? I went to the house where we had that Bible study. The landlord said it was an Airbnb. He only stayed there for a week. Tommy gasped. No, oh no. Ada. I can't reach any of them. The uncle, the mother, the father. Their numbers are all disconnected. I think I've been scammed. When Adis got home, her apartment didn't feel like home anymore. The wedding invites were still in the brown cardboard box by the door. Her vision blurred as she picked one up. Adis and Chike, a covenant of love. She dropped it. Then another. And another. Her knees gave way, and she collapsed on the tiled floor, hands in her hair, sobbing with the kind of anguish that escapes from the bones. Her phone rang again. She didn't want to answer, but she did. Tommy's voice was gentle. I'm outside. Please let me in. Adis pulled herself up, unlocked the door. Tommy stepped in, saw the chaos, and went straight to her friend, hugging her tightly. I didn't listen, Adis whispered, her voice cracking. You want me? I didn't listen. Tommy held her tighter. This is not your fault. He deceived you, Ada. You're not stupid. You were just in love. Adis leaned into her, trembling. 8 million, Tommy. I gave him 8 million. Tommy was silent for a long time. Then she said, We'll find him. We are not letting this end like this. Tommy pulled out her laptop and opened Facebook. What are you doing? Adis asked. We are going to post his picture. Make it look like he's missing. People talk online. Someone might know him. Adis hesitated. I don't want to look desperate. Tommy looked at her gently. Ada, you are not desperate. You're doing what you can to get justice. Don't let shame silence you. Together, they crafted a post. Please help me locate my fiancé, Chike. He's been unreachable for 3 weeks. We were planning our wedding. If anyone knows his whereabouts, please reach out. Kindly share. Within hours, the post had over 500 shares. Then the messages started coming. This guy scammed my sister last year. He used the name Emeka with me. Same face. I saw him in Abuja last year. He told me he worked in oil and gas. He also brought actors to my family's house and said they were his parents. Adis read each one, her heart sinking deeper. The final blow came from a woman named Linda who sent voice notes. I fell for him too, Ada. You're not alone. He changes his name, changes numbers, and he always has a business deal. I lost 6 million. He's a con artist, Adis. I'm so sorry. The next morning, Adis sat alone in her living room. Her Bible sat unopened beside her. She hadn't prayed properly in days. Her thoughts were too scattered, her heart too raw. She finally got up, knelt by her bedside, and whispered, "God, I'm sorry." Tears came again, but this time they were different, tears of surrender. I wanted so badly to prove them wrong, to make my mother happy, to feel like I hadn't been forgotten. But I ran ahead of you, Lord. I didn't wait. I didn't even ask. I just assumed you were in it because it felt good. She paused, then said what she hadn't dared to say. "I forgive him." Her voice broke. "I forgive Chike. And I forgive myself." There, in the quiet of her bedroom, Addis began the slow, painful journey toward healing. She didn't know how long it would take. But for the first time in weeks, she felt something stir in her spirit. Peace.